Titan Sports Time, hosted by Mike Parsons.
Welcome to Titan Sports Time. I'm Mike Parsons, Director of Athletic Communications at Eastern Florida State College, and today I'm joined by the new men's soccer coach, Bart Sasnett. Welcome to the show, Bart.
Yeah, thank you. Happy to be here. Excited.
Well, I guess first of all, talk about the new opportunity. You know, you're very knowledgeable on Region 8 soccer, and now you're back with us. Talk about how it all came about.
Yeah, the opportunity came. It was quick. The region is absolutely, no doubt, the toughest region in the country for soccer. So I'm familiar with it. It's gotten very good. It's been good, and it's still good.
Yeah, 100%. So talk about you came from a very successful program in Georgia. Talk about your time there.
Yeah, I spent over 20 years in junior college, and then decided to take the jump to high school, to a boarding school, Rabin Gap Nacoochee School. And I was fortunate enough to be the assistant athletic director and the director of soccer. And our boys' teams won a couple of state championships, 2 and 3 years. So just a great place to work and a phenomenal program.
And then, so you've been at Darton and then Daytona State, over 200 wins. Talk about, thoughts about your JUCO experience, because it's been a good one.
Yeah, I started off at Andrew College. I was doing men and women there, and then was at Darton, and then I started the program at Daytona State. It was a phenomenal opportunity. Started from the ground up, so we didn't even have a field. So it was amazing the first year. It's been Eastern Florida has always been a goal of mine to be here. Jeff Carr is a phenomenal person and a fantastic athletic director. And having the opportunity to come here and come back to college has just been a dream and a goal of mine.
Yeah, and kind of talk about that, because it is going to be odd probably the first time you're at Daytona, because, it's a friendly one, but it is a rivalry. I mean, we're always very tight, and one team's going to go to the postseason and probably the other one's not, the way the Region 8 works. And so that first time is going to be a little odd.
Yeah, it'll definitely be a surreal moment. I think it's, two really good soccer teams going to war. No matter what, at the end of the day, win, lose, or draw, I think our team will be prepped, ready to go. The rivalry, it's amazing to see, because I saw it from the infant stages when it started, and to see both programs where they are now, and Miami-Dade as well is exciting. Yeah,
that's the thing about Region 8 is every night is a huge game, because most years all three teams are nationally ranked. They're very close, so it is a fun time to be a coach, but a hard time to be a coach at the same time.
Yeah, you got to lay it on the line. I mean, you got to check all the boxes in preparation. You got to try and get your team as mentally prepared for that match, as well as their fitness levels and their tactical ability and their execution leading up to it. Sometimes the best team doesn't win, and I think it's in a tribute to a lot of high-level coaches and a lot of high-level players that make the rivalry so special.
Yeah, 100%. And you've only had a little taste, but kind of talk about the team and how you feel as you get settled in here.
It's been great. We've had practices since I've gotten here. I'm on my second week. We've got a strong recruiting class coming in. We've got some really good players returning, which I'm excited about. So the team has always been very good, and they had a good team last year and did really well. So I'm excited to retain as many good players as we can here, and as always, we're in the process of moving guys on to 4-year schools, so that it's good getting back in the mix of that. But it's every team is different every year, and although I didn't recruit some of these players to be here, my hopes is that they buy into my methodology, my coaching style, and that we can progress together.
Talk about being at a 2-year JUCO, because obviously it's something you love, because you did it for over 20 years and now you're back doing it again. What makes it special to be at a junior college?
Well, I played at a JUCO. I played at Andrew College, and I think a lot of the life lessons I learned and the development as a player started there. I think junior college is very special, giving student athletes the opportunity to come in and play right away as a freshman or a sophomore. I love it. I love seeing the guys come in. I love teaching. I love developing, and love having the opportunity to impact them to move on to further their careers.
Yeah. And with that, this group was very sophomore orientated, which is good because now you get to bring in your own guys. Kind of talk about your philosophy. What do you like to see in a team?
Well, I mean, we're possession oriented. That's my coaching style, and I think organization and discipline is important. The players that we're bringing in, we want them to be technically sound. Athletic is a big. If you've ever watched any of my teams, they are usually very fast. So we're in the process of ensuring that we retain and bring in some guys with some great athleticism. And then obviously the mental challenges, character I'm big on, ethics I'm big on. So keeping a good tight ship with sportsmanship, those things are all really important to me.
And as you get settled back in, what are your kind of goals for the spring? What do you want to see from this kind of group?
There's some areas that we're working on in function training, certain areas, getting better defensively, increasing our speed of play. Obviously, we're lifting weights in training, so we've got some matches coming up against four-year schools that we think that will further develop the guys and give me a good idea of what we need to work on.
Well, welcome to Eastern Florida. Hopefully we have more great seasons ahead.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here. I'm excited.
Thank you for joining us on this edition of Titan Sports Time. We'll see you next time.